What a freaking weekend I had last weekend. It was all over the place. It was chaotic. We had so much going on, both personally and in-game. As you may know, there was so many events and I was trying to keep up with it while also having Father's Day and all of these different, events and family functions that we had going on. I was struggling. I'm on the free-to-play account right now and I am trying to do the fusion that is currently going on for Tholen, and I'm nervous, right? I've been going through trying to do all of the different events that are due, the champion chase, the summon rush that was previously, the champion training, all the things. Okay, I'm trying to do all the things and function through life like normal, and it's a free-to-play account. We did the last fusion, so we're trying to do 2 back-to-back fusions. It's hard. It's really, really hard for a new account, especially a free-to-play account with struggle. Last weekend was nuts. I'm gonna walk you through it to share with you my champion chase adventure that I went on, if you're willing to go on it with me. But first, I would like to say that if you are thinking about starting a new account, hold up, now's the time to click my link in the description below so that you can get yourself a free Karato, as well as 3 other insane epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Play and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get a free Karato right after signing up, as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Don't worry, you can do fusions back to back, hopefully. I mean, I'm trying to prove it that it's possible right now, but if you are thinking about starting a new account, or if you're thinking about trying out Raid Shadow Legends, I've got free champions for you to grab. Okay, so last weekend, the Champion Chase tournament was going on for the current fusion, and I was going through and I realized I probably wasn't going to have enough shards. I was freaking out because, like I said, I had a lot of personal stuff going on, very, very busy, and I knew I needed to figure this out because I was scared I was going to pull all the shards that I have and fall short, and this is towards the end of the fusion. How horrible would it be if I tripped at the freaking finish line, which I've done before for many different reasons, lack of gems, potions, yada yada. This time it was potentially going to be shards, and I was really, really nervous. So here's what I did over the weekend. I spent the weekend, I decided to do the Champion Chase tournament at the very end of the weekend. I wanted to try to push it off as much as I could so that I could prep just a little bit more, look for shards wherever I could, but also I was trying to use the Champion Training Tournament that was also going on last weekend to build up Fusion Champions. So if you don't already know, and I've done a whole separate video on this, you can gain points in a Champion Chase tournament by going through and fusing these little guys in your summoning portal. You've got Relic Keeper, Brodma. If you can save up for Raz, and you could do him as well. Looks like I'm getting really close. Actually, I'm really close. I only need 1 more. Sweet. We need to get her. You can gain points. So what I was doing is I was going through, and a lot of these guys you can get in the campaign. So I was going into campaign. Again, whole other video on how to do this, but I was spending a lot of time in campaign over the weekend whenever I had time, whenever I had the game open. And I was not only farming for the different champions to use for the fusing other champions for points for the champion chase, but I was also building them up, leveling them, because you do have to get them to a certain level and rank and potions and put in the and ascend them. Okay, so I was using a lot of resources. I was going through and I was in the tavern. I was using a ton of brews. I was using a lot of the potions. Thankfully, I prepped like crazy with potions before this fusion. So potions, I was a little nervous about, but we were able to use, and also obviously ranking up champions so that I can get as many points as possible. Father's Day happened on Sunday, and we had obviously some family events to go to. I got home late evening, pulled up the game, right? Everyone else went to bed. I pulled up the game and I was freaking out because I thought I was going to trip at the freaking finish line because there's only a few events left on this fusion, and I was so sad. I was a little bit disheartened. So what I did, and this is a recording from last weekend that I just recorded what I was going on because I did not have the space or mental awareness or ability to set up to do a whole face cam and all that for you guys. So I just recorded my screen to make sure I picked up everything that we needed to pick up for this video. Regardless of if I passed it or not with the champion chase, I wanted to make sure I was tracking what I was doing. So what I did is I got all of those champions to do those little fusions, right, in campaign like I mentioned, and I was able to get to, what was it, 2,300 points? It's loading. There we go. 2,300 points I was able to get to, and that was great. I was so happy about that because that means we only needed, what, 1,200 more in order to get the rare champion? I felt so much more comfortable now, so I was like, okay, let's go to the summon portal and let's start pulling our ancients. We don't have a lot. You can tell we didn't have a lot, and I did my first 10 pull right here. I made sure to get all those little fusion champions going so that I wasn't too worried about it, and then this happened. This 110 pull Okay, this one 10 pull was 1300 points. How many did I say we needed to get that rare for the fusion? Oh, I was so happy. I was elated. I was freaking out. And not only that, we got Kyoku, a legendary champion who I'll talk about here in just a minute, but my very first 10 pull of the ancient shards, which by the way rarely happens do you get, you know, enough points to just get over the top. I thought I was gonna have to pull all of my 50 or so ancients that I had, all of the other little primals and voids that I had. I didn't have a lot, okay, but I did my first 10 pull and we were able to get enough points that were needed for the champion chase after doing all those little fusion champions and whatnot to get as many points as possible so that we wouldn't have to use as many shards and hopefully would get enough points. But I was so happy. So first 10 pull, got the points that were needed. It was freaking fantastic. And then of course when I went over the champion chase, we were just almost perfect for the amount of points that were needed in order to get that rare. All right, back in the game, real time. I took like this sigh of relief when that happened. I was like, okay, we not only got enough points, we got a pretty cool legendary, but we were also able to save a lot of our ancients for next time. I'm hoping that we can go through and do the next fusion after this one, so we can do 3 back to back to back. And the reason why I want to do that is simply because I want to see, I'm challenging myself for this free to play account, who by the way is coming up on about 3 months now. I'm trying to see how many fusions I can do back to back before it's not possible. Free to play, we're not spending anything. She's the baby account, and it looks like we might be able to finish up this fusion here. I'm going to be going through during the CVC and building them all out and finishing them up, and then we'll see if we can do it, and also finishing up a couple of more events. We're at the very end of this fusion. It was really nerve-wracking, but we finished the freaking champion chase tournament, which was stressing me the frick out this weekend, mainly just because I just did not have a lot of time, and we didn't have as many shards as a lot of other people may have prepped and saved and set aside, so it was making me very nervous. Let's talk about Kyoku for a second, because I was so happy. Not only did I have that sigh of relief that we got enough points for this fusion, but afterwards I went through and I started researching about this new champion because I've never had her before. And as you do when you get excited for a new champion, you go and you research it, you look up YouTube videos and Reddit posts, and of course go to Hell Hades website, and she's actually pretty freaking cool. Let's talk about her for just a second. I'm on the Hell Hades website. Okay, this is a great place, by the way, to kind of look up ratings and general ideas of where you can use champions. So on Hell Hades website, she's a 4.5 star overall rating and a spirit champion, spirit legendary champion. Now let's go to her ratings real quick. So she's actually can be used in quite a few places. She's gonna be fantastic for faction wars. Looks like she can be used in arena, but I don't know if maybe I'm gonna build her out for that. When I was researching, there are a couple different ways that you can build her out to utilize her, and I don't know if arena is one of those like main pain points I'm gonna be going after, because this is a brand new account. I want to build out a champion that'll help me in dungeons if I can. Looks like she's really great for spider, and also for things like Demon Lord, Hydra, maybe Chimera. Chimera's not a huge priority right now, but here's her overall ratings for this champion, and she's really great. When I was reading these and learning more and more about her, I was just getting more and more excited, because with a brand new account, any decent legendary or epic that you can get can significantly improve your progress and take you further into the game. So if I build her right, learn about her, and apply those things that I learned, I think that she's going to really help this account. I'm very excited to give her a test drive, because it's a brand new champion that I've never played with before. Okay, let's talk about her kit real quick, because like I said, I was researching and learning about her, and I was really excited. So there's a couple of things. Her passive is pretty cool. Every time this champion is hit with a critical hit, she heals all allies by 15% of their max HP. Now obviously this is more for like an arena thing. Arena, she's going to be great for this because almost every hit is going to be critical, and then she also places a 60% increased defense on all of the allies as well. Pretty cool. Her A3, she places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion, so she's protecting all of her team for 2 turns. Also places a block damage buff on herself for 3 turns, and then grants an extra turn. So the extra turn actually makes this so it's for like 2 more turns. But what's freaking cool about this is that she's protecting her team, taking damage from them, they're taking less damage, and she's taking none because of the block damage. That's freaking cool. So this is why she can be used for arena. But the reason why I had mentioned I don't know if I'm gonna build her specifically for that is because from what I was learning is that the way you speed tune her, you either want her at the front of the team or the back of the team. So the way you speed tune her and how you build her out will really determine how she utilizes this skill. So I just need to learn more about her and which place, how we're going to speed tune her, whether that's the front or the back of the team, and then how I'm going to utilize that mainly for dungeons and clan boss and all of that stuff, and then, you know, maybe utilize her in arena like tag team if I need to, but she won't be like optimized for arena, if that makes sense. Okay, A2, she attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack. She's an 80%, but when she's booked out, it's 100%. So she's placing 50% decreased attack for 2 turns, and then after attacking, she also has an 80% chance of placing an HP burn debuff. Now, I was reading some people were saying that it's a little bit, not glitchy, but it's just, you have to be a little bit careful. So it's actually ideal to have her with another team member that can actually put decrease attack on first, so that this first part of her A2 doesn't really matter, is because after she attacks, it has an 80% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns on all enemies if the skill did not place a decrease attack. So if you already put the decrease attack on all of the enemies, right, on a wave or whatever, with another champion, and then she goes in and she does her A2, then she automatically puts on that HP burn. So I can see why this can really work out for like Spider, if you have someone who can go in and do like a decrease AoE decrease attack, and then she goes after them, and then she puts on an HP burn on everybody. And again, this once booked out is 100%, so we can get all those little spiderlings burning up, which is fantastic. We already have an HP burner though, which is Supreme Gallic. He's also freaking fantastic, and I've been having a lot of fun with him. He has 100% turn when he's booked, which he's booked enough for me right now to get the HP burn. So again, I have that, but I have a feeling that she's gonna be tankier than Supreme Gallic, right? So maybe I can get her to last a lot longer than I can with Supreme Gallic for my Spider team and utilize her instead of Supreme Gallic. Now what's also cool is that in the summon rush during this fusion, so like a week and a half ago-ish, I pulled Magnar. Now what's cool about Magnar, on my main account I have him and I love him. I use him for arena. His A2, what he does is he attacks all enemies, and then but he places an extra hit on enemies who don't have HP burn, which is why I use him for arena. So he's just doing double damage every single time. I'm not using an HP burn typically in arena. If they do have an HP burn, what he does is he has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn on enemies who do have it at HP burn. So instead of doing that extra hit for his A2, what he does is he adds on a stun, or has the potential to add on a stun. Again, teaming him with either Supreme Gallic or teaming him with Kyoku, I don't know, I'm just having fun. I'm thinking about like how I can utilize these and play around with them and build out different teams for different stages of the game. She's gonna help me progress a lot. I'm really excited. Okay, in her A1, we'll place 3 hits if the target, so she attacks an enemy and she'll place 3 hits if the target is under 3 or more debuffs. Each hit has 40% chance of placing a 25% weak 2 turns. Okay, the point about this is that she'll attack somebody, and if they have 3 different debuffs on them, then she'll attack 2 more times, so it's 3 hits total. I'm super excited. I'm really happy about this champion pull, and I'm looking forward to like building her out and playing with her. Like I said, I'm already got my wheels turning on how I can like utilize her on different teams, and the biggest reason why I'm so excited is because I'm really trying to push through these Arbiter missions, and one of the biggest struggles that I see coming up for the Arbiter missions is getting to stage 20 on all of the different dungeons. You have to be able to do stage 20 for Ice Golem's Peak, Dragon's Lair, Fire Knight, and also Spiders. So right now I can typically do stage 13 on all of them, like just fine, and a couple I can go up to maybe stage 18, 17, 18. I haven't been able to get to stage 20 on any of these yet. So being able to have a team member on my roster who can help me push through some of these. I don't think she's going to be perfect for all of these dungeons, but at least she can help me with Spider and maybe some of the other areas too. I'm excited, freaking fantastic. So really great. Weekend was stressful, ended on a good note. Very, very happy with it. I hope that your fusion has been going well. You might be watching this after the fusion has just ended. I just wanted to share my crazy story with you, and also my excitement for my brand new champion that I'm going to be having some fun with. CVC is currently going on right now, and a lot of other events are going on. Freaking the Coalition event, the Demon Slayer Titan event. This one I've been paying a lot of attention to because I definitely want to get as many of these freaking ascensions as possible for Thorin, because we are going to get him. I actually don't know for certain if I'm going to on my free to play, but we're going to try. I'll do a separate video about the fusion and how I was able to do this on a brand new free to play account that is about 30 days in. We're coming up on about 30 days, 90 days, sorry, 3 months, 90 days. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing freaking day. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.